Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show to do the last video for tonight. I'm going to do some news, talk about NFL, all the news from today, and if there is anything else with other sports, I'll do it, but start with NFL. So, the Giants are expected to start QB Jameis Winston versus the Packers, per Adam Schefter, Jordan Reynolds. So they're going to start Jameis Winston against the Packers this week. Finally, they're going to start Jameis Winston over that bum Russell Wilson. Man, he's going to have a motivational pregame speech. He's going to throw like 4 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. The horses prepare for battle, but victory comes the Lord. Some famous quotes from Jameis Winston. At least he's entertaining to watch. So they're going to name him the starter. Jaguars, they opened the 21-day practice window for tight end Brenton Strange. He originally was placed on injured reserve on October 7th. The Eagles, they placed cornerback Jair Alexander on the reserve/retired list, and they've activated cornerback Jacorian Burnett. Man, they got freaking scammed so bad. Bro was on the team less than a week, and he's like, oh, I gotta take a break. If he does have something wrong with like mental health wise, hopefully he gets it fixed. But the retirement list is getting more active in the offense. Hopefully he takes care of himself first. Cardinals receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. underwent surgery for appendicitis and is out for at least this week and possibly longer. Man, Trey McBride's going to pop off like never before because that's the only guy they're going to be able to fucking throw to. That man, he just started cooking too. In other news, Cardinals receiver Zay Jones, he tore his Achilles last Sunday versus Seahawks. Mike Kafka officially now Jameis Winston will start Sunday with Jackson Dart in the concussion protocol. Cardinals made roster moves. Zay Jones to IR. Semi Fehoko to IR. Signed Andre Bakilia to the active roster. They signed Jaden Davis to the practice squad and receiver Jalen Virgil to the practice squad. A whole bunch of nothing. Bengals defensive end Trey Hendrickson hip remains doubtful for Sunday's game against the Steelers. Unclear if Henderson will practice this week, Coach Zach Taylor said. He isn't even fucking available. Maybe he doesn't want to risk getting hurt for this defense because they're useless. Browns signed receiver Caden Davis to their active roster. Huge news. Lamar Jackson watch back out. He is not practicing Wednesday. Today. He finished Sunday's win at Minnesota but took some hard hits. The Ravens play at the Browns on Sunday. Injury report came out later in the afternoon. Texans QB C.J. Stroud did not practice today due to that concussion, shaping up as another week of Davis Mills. Browns agent great Bernie Kosar said that he underwent 2 aggressive procedures to stop internal bleeding as he awaits a liver transplant that has been delayed. Source, Broncos are signing wide receiver Lil Jordan Humphrey off the Giants practice squad. Humphrey now is returning to Denver, and he is likely to play Sunday versus the Chiefs. Oh, reliable Lil Jordan Humphrey. The Jets, they have downgraded receiver Garrett Wilson and cornerback Azare Thomas to out for Thursday night's game against the Patriots. That's going to be such a shit show, dog. Garrett Wilson not playing, this dude might throw for like 10 yards. So the Lamar update was he missed Wednesday's practice with a knee injury. He should be okay. John Harbaugh said he's expected to return to practice Thursday. Maybe it's just a precautionary more than anything. He didn't practice what John Harbaugh said was knee soreness, but they expect him to return to practice Thursday. Bucks listed receiver Chris Godwin and running back Bucky Irving as limited at today's practice for Tampa Bay. Receiver for the Giants, Darius Slayton, did not practice today due to a hamstring injury. The Patriots injury report, they have ruled out running back Ramondre Stevenson and wide receiver Kayshon Boutte for Thursday night's game against the Jets. Who cares? They got Travion Henderson. Roger Stevenson? It's okay. Got Travion Henderson. Giants have placed kicker Graham Gano on injured reserve. This guy's fucking... Just cut the man at this point. He's not good anymore, and he gets injured every other week. Just rip the Band-Aid off this point. Brock Purdy went through some warm-ups before he's an aggressive limited participant in today's practice. Signs that he's nearing his return. Chargers listed Oronde Gadsden as a full participant in today's practice. Asked whether he expects Devontae Adams to play on Sunday versus Seahawks despite his oblique injury, Sean McVay told reporters, "I do, yeah. That's what he tells me. He's feeling good, and I trust the man. He'll be ready." So that's all the news from Adam Schefter. Let's see if we have anything else. So we got some things here from JP Football. Russell Wilson wants to stay in New York and hasn't requested a release despite his demotion to QB3. I mean, the mind of a 14-year veteran with a fully guaranteed contract. What a great guy. He's not mad. He's essentially a practice squad quarterback, and he's making $10 million. Head coach Dan Campbell of the Lions told reporters today he doesn't want the tush-push banned, so he doesn't want it banned. If they just officiate it properly, they can stay, but the league probably bans it this offseason. Just officiate the false starts. Anywhere. Whoever does it, just officiate it right, and it'll be fine. Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer told reporters that Marshawn Nealon's girlfriend, Catalina, is pregnant, and the team has started a fund to ensure that both her and the baby are taken care of. Some teams are expecting coach receiver Alec Pierce to potentially earn as much as $20 million per season when free agency opens this season. He has 585 yards and 1 touchdown entering week 11. Good for him if he gets that. But I don't think is he worth $20 million? I don't know about all that. So a little bit of transactions. Dolphins offensive tackle Austin Jackson was designated for return off IR, and the Bills released punter Cam Johnson from IR, and he now heads to waivers. Players who had their 21-day practice windows open: Marcus Davenport of the Lions, DJ Reed of the Lions, Texans Kate Stover, and Vikings Ryan Kelly. So interim head coach Mike Kafka confirmed and added that Tim Kelly will be the new offensive coordinator. Jahmyr Gibbs and Jonathan Taylor were the offensive players of the week. Rob Gronkowski is officially retired as a Patriot, so he's officially now retired as a New England Patriot. So yeah, that's all the NFL. Let's go to a little NBA here. Los Angeles Clippers guard Bradley Beal has a fracture in his hip, and he will undergo season-ending surgery, sources tell ESPN. So yeah, he's out for the season. LeBron James was assigned to the franchise's NBA G League affiliate South Bay today and will participate in his first full practice season, including a 5-on-5 play as he works towards a debut. 76ers Paul George is in the final stage of his debut process. Will be reevaluated later this week. He's moving closer to return, but doctors want additional strength of his left quadriceps to support the knee before clearance. And Joel Embiid was reevaluated yesterday in his right knee and has no structural issues, and he is day today. So that's from Shams Charania. So people within the Pelicans organization are ready to crash out because Willie Green is still employed. You've been crashing out probably for years with Willie Green being the head coach. He's going to get fired soon, man. He's going to. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen at some point. NBA.com's rookie ladder has Colin Knappel at number 1. Nico Harris reportedly urged Anthony Davis to return early from his calf injury despite the Mavericks medical staff warning that there was a chance he could tear his Achilles if he came back too soon. Dude. Oh my God, this dude's a moron. The Lakers were willing to offer Clay a 4-year, $80 million deal, but he took a pay cut to play with Luka in Dallas. Several people on the Warriors rolled their eyes when Brandon Podziemski said he wanted to be better than Steph Curry. People in the comments were like, "Oh wow, that's not crazy to say." Well, it is when you're trying to be like a arguably top 10 player of all time, the best shooter ever. When he ain't even close to being a good player himself, he is, I would just say, trash. He puts up like 12. He averages 12 points a game. And sometimes he doesn't even score double digits. Talking about, I want to be Steph Curry. Teams have started internal discussions about pursuing a trade for AD. There's an NBA team in California that is expected to show interest in trading for Domantas Sabonis. Wonder who that could be. So let's go to Wrestle Up, see what news we have. Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch have reportedly been discussed as potential opponents for current Women's World Champion Stephanie Vaquer at WrestleMania 42. Probably going to be Rhea. I mean, we pretty much all know that match is going to happen at some point, and they want to save it for WrestleMania. So, we all know that match is going to happen. Tony Khan named Shaquille O'Neal as his dream non-wrestler signing to AEW. Buddy. Oh, God. This dude doesn't get it. Chris Jericho says that TNA looked like the second biggest company in the world at Bound for Glory this year. Yeah, he's coming back. AEW had their blood and guts matches tonight. Don't really care. They had their blood and guts pay-per-view. Netflix states in its promotional material that John Cena will be wrestling for his final TV appearance on Raw next week at MSG. At least he's going to be wrestling his final Raw appearance. Roman Reigns and CM Punk will team as Zebra Buddy Cops in the upcoming Zootopia 2 movie. In the Last Time Is Now tournament, Javon Evans versus Gunther and Solo Sikoa will face a surprise opponent next week. Obviously, the War Games matches are going to happen. See, that's really it for wrestling. I have one more little chicken nugget from wrestling. From source Fightful, WWE higher-ups have reportedly claimed that WWE moving past Vince McMahon creative events won't apply to the tentpole shows like WrestleMania. Higher-up reportedly said that Saudi Arabia isn't paying for WrestlePalooza, they're paying for WrestleMania, and the value of that name and brand is the reason for that. Changing the names isn't going to change the problem of tiny cards. No effort in the booking and leaving people disappointed. How about dropping Saudi and stop being money-grabbing whores? When it comes to eras in WWE, this is the worst fucking era. TKO era. Fuck the TKO era. A little bit of MLB here. Tariq Skubal won the American League Cy Young, and Paul Skeens won the National League Cy Young Award. Randy Dobnak, the Seattle Mariners, a minor league deal. Drake Baldwin won the NL Rookie of the Year. So that's all from Jeff Passion. So, the Minnesota Twins will listen to trade offers and starting pitcher Joe Ryan this offseason, but they would prefer not to trade him. The Athletics agreed to terms with Nick Anderson. At least 7 teams have reached out to the D-backs about Ketel Marte's availability, because they could trade him, but I don't see it happening. The Reds and Red Sox are among the 12 teams expressing interest in Devin Williams. The Mets are interested in Cody Bellinger. Kodai Senga is generating trade interest from multiple teams. There's mutual interest between the Dodgers and Devin Williams. Byron Buxton could consider waiving his no trade clause for certain teams if Minnesota continues breaking up their roster. The Royals are evaluating the trade market for outfielders during this week's GM meetings. Morosi knows the Angels and Red Sox possible partners. The Mets will be in on a international free agent Tatsuya Imai, or how the fuck you say his name. So the new Chevy body is to be announced on Friday, per Rick Hendrick. TNT announced the start times for their in-season challenge: Sonoma, Chicagoland, Atlanta, North Wilkesboro, Indy, 3:30, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and 2 o'clock. And, there was some stuff with the trial, nothing too huge out of court day. A few notes on trial. It starts December 1st. Both sides think trial will be done in 10 days. Pick 9 for the jury first morning. 6 plus 3 alternates. Among 30-35 witnesses will be potentially 8 from other teams. No progress towards settling. So some notes there with NASCAR. So NASCAR announced their 2026 schedule. update with the 2026 start time, so you can go. That also happened today. Yeah, that's all to say here. Leave a like, subscribe for more. Peace. Have a good night.